points, most importantly, 3 points on the road this afternoon. A relegation rival, effectively Leek Town, just above us going into this one. Just your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, good game. Quite an open game, which we thought it would be. When more of an attacking formation today, which I felt would suit us, and it proved that we had the perfect start with the goal of Hazzy. As much as we want to play football and play through the thirds and stuff, the goal came from a simple punt off Blandy, and it skipped through, and Hazzy's found himself one-on-one. So a great start for us. We probably could have went 2 up with Hazzy again, who's just had a touch that proved too big for him, and ran through. But we were thrilled to get in at half time 1-0 up, and it's not a position we've been in too often lately. And I just made a point of that over the season when we found ourselves in front, we've sort of taken a back step a little bit, and you can talk about it as much as you want at half time, and it sort of happened, especially in those first 15-20 minutes, and it's probably took the equaliser before we started to play again. And Woodsy, a new signing, obviously, he's popped up with a great goal for us, and a much needed 3 points, like you say, and one that's been coming.
Yeah, in the first half, just looking at that, sort of as you expect, Whitby were on top, like you mentioned there, but in these sort of matches, big chances do come and go, and you think at 0-0 they had a chance to make it 1-0. It could have been totally different. So it was really one of those matches where, like you said, then that first goal was always going to be key. Yeah,
every game's the same in this league, and other than your Macclesfields, obviously, who are well and truly away from it. Every game you come up against, or every opponent, that you come up against is very beatable, and we found ourselves on the wrong side of those recently. Didn't get too down. Obviously, it's disappointing to lose games, obviously, as we've done over the last few weeks. But your next win's only ever around the corner, and I was hoping it was today. And like I said, the lads put in a great shift today. Dug in at times, and that's needed in every game. But when you've got the group of lads that we've got, and the work ethic that they've got, both out here on a Saturday or in training as well, you've always got a chance.
Yeah, and then you could sort of see at the start of the second half, Whitby having that 1-0 lead. I'm sure you expected a reaction from Leek, and it certainly came about. They had a real bright start to that second half, goal disallowed, and then obviously got the equaliser. At that point, then we sort of a bit concerned that the result perhaps might not have gone your way in the end because of the pressure Leek was starting to put on Whitby.
Not really. I think that, there was obviously disappointing. I look at the goal again. The goal we conceded was a disappointing one, a straightforward cross, which has found itself to the back post. But we weren't too disheartened about it. Obviously, you never want to concede goals, but the way this league is and the way the game was, you're always going to get other chances, and we found ourselves in quite a few counter-attacking positions, and thankfully one of those paid off. With Leighton getting in and squaring it to Woodsy, who's finished, with a great finish at the end there.
Yeah, and Woods is someone who you bought in perhaps not to score goals, but obviously with the absence of a striker other than Matty Timon, I don't know, is that something you perhaps ask him to do more, get into those areas to try and shoot for goal?
He's capable. I've known Woodsy now for a few years, and in that South Shields team that I played with him in, he played in a very similar position that he played in today, and he was always capable of popping up with a goal. And I just wanted something in and around Matty today, who by the way I thought was absolutely unbelievable today. Matty Timon, he held things up great today, and we just needed to make sure we had bodies around him. And I think Woodsy and Leighton and Hazzy, obviously Hazzy didn't start today, and unfortunately Nath came off, but Hazzy, when he came on in that position, provided Matty with the help that he needed in that sense as well. And Woodsy, he comes with a great pedigree, like I said in my introduction note of his signing. He comes with experience, he comes with quality, and he'll drive standards both in training around the club and on a Saturday. And he proved just that today, and like I said, he'll be a welcome addition for the rest of this season and going forward, hopefully.
Yeah, just in terms of personnel, unfortunately, Nathan Thomas had to come up in the first half, and it didn't look great at first. Did you know much on that one at the moment?
Not really. He was not going to be ready anytime soon. I don't think it's. I think he's had problems with his knees over his career, really, and he's took a nasty tumble, and from what Ben's told me, it's a nasty one on the knee. So We won't know more really until he gets scanned. If he gets scanned, we'll see how that goes over the next few days in terms of the swelling and pain and stuff, and we'll make a decision on it. But if he is out for a longer period, then hopefully he can get better sooner rather than later.
Today's match was the start really of what's going to be a big, potentially season-defining week for Whitby. Obviously you got today against a side in the rounders in the table, Prescott next week, but then quick turn on going into Tuesday night against Headland, which a side who are fighting up towards the playoff positions, but as we saw in the reverse fixture, Whitby are capable of playing against them and getting a good result. Yeah,
it's just finding that consistency. I said in my team talk today, it's like flipping a coin with Whitby. You either get the work-ins or the Morpeths, or you can flip the other side and get the Bambas and today. And I just asked them that if we could get that good side of us today, we would give ourselves a right chance. And it's a big week, it is, and I mentioned that in the team talk as well. It's a huge week in terms of how our season might end up after 5 o'clock next Saturday. It'll tell us a real story of where we are and where we need to be. Points are needed. As I said, take that as pressure or take it as a challenge, and thankfully they'll take it on as the challenge that's in front of them, and they've come out tenfold today with the 3 points and the start of what is hopefully a very good week for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.